society. I went to a segregated high school at Messick. I had no interaction with black people. And in 1960, when Stax bought the Capitol Theater, Doug Dunn, Steve Cropper, all those Messick High School guys had a band. And Pecky Axton was the son of Estelle Axton, who was half owners of Stax Records. So we used this, it wasn't a studio then. They had taken the movie theater, taken the seats out. We got to a carpet center and bought samples, carpet samples. And we put them down on the floor over the steel thing sticking up in the chairs. And College of Macklemore was a mixing pot. I had never had any interaction with black people. And I never had anything against black people. So I met these guys. So, and we would go there every day. This is before Miss Axton, Estelle Axton, had a record shop there, Satellite Records. And everybody from the corner of College and Macklemore hung out there, black, white, everybody. And we would go there at 10 o'clock in the morning and stay till it closed at night. And we grew to love these people in this neighborhood, and they liked us. And I'll tell a story. Sometimes don't start on me. The first time I had any really realization of race, because we were there with black and white. We were the only white people on the block at College of Macklemore. The Marquis would stay there all day, and we got to interact with all the people in that neighborhood. We got to know them. And there was a group there called the Astors, a great group. They had a hit record called Candy. And in '62, I had been playing with the Marquis in Tulsa, and I loved Tulsa. And I would go back there to visit people, Leon Russell, J.J. Kell, all these people I'd met there. It was like Memphis, kind of. I mean, they loved the same kind of music, and they played it. So I grew really attached to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and so I was going to drive out there one day at a '59 Thunderbird Baby Blue. And I went over to Stax, and there's a group called the Astors, Sam Jones. And three of the Astors, I said, y'all want to go to Tulsa with me? Yeah. I said, I'll meet you here at 9 o'clock in the morning. Now this is in '62. There were no interstates. So I met them there. Sam Jones's grandmother had packed us a chicken lunch. And we took off. And me and three black guys in a baby blue '59 Thunderbird driving through Arkansas and Oklahoma. I thought nothing of it. These were my buds. And we even stopped in Oklahoma at a roadside table and ate our lunch. We got to Tulsa, went to 3 motels, and nobody gave them a room because they were black. I was staying with a friend of mine there. They had to stay at the YMCA. Can you imagine that now? That had an effect on me you can never believe. And then this guy, a couple of years later, you remember this? Don't tell it. He was was standing in his front yard. I'll never forget it. Some white guys came along in his front yard and was yelling nigger, 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 and all this shit. What could he do? There was 4 or 5 white guys in that car. And they left. And Woody told me he went in the house, acted like he had a gun. And he marched up and down his front yard all night long, begging them to come back. Those two, you remember that? Those 2 things affected me more than I can ever tell you. That's it.